is going down December the 9th in San Francisco. Regis Prograis and Devin Haney for the WBC strap at 140 pounds. Now Devin Haney is saying that he will embarrass Regis Prograis, and Regis will find out why he's an all-time great on December the 9th in San Francisco. An all-time great? Yes. Devin saying that he is an all-time great, and Regis is the next to find out. Well, we're going to talk about what Devin Haney had to say. We're going to talk about the fight with him and Regis. But before we do that, make sure that you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed, and let's cook. So Regis Prograis and Devin Haney is finally going down. We got a fight date. We got a venue. It's going down. You know what I'm talking about? And I want to start this video off by giving a shout out to Devin Haney, man, because like I told you that I would do, and like I continue to tell people, man, I don't have nothing against Devin Haney. I actually like Devin Haney as a fighter. In every fight that Devin has ever been in, if I had to pay for it to watch it, I've paid for it. I've always supported Devin throughout his whole career. Now, I don't like the sucker stuff that been going on, you know, with the whole situation with him and Shakur Stevenson. A lot of the capping that, you know, they was doing, acting like that they was gonna stay up at 135 pounds to fight whoever. I didn't like all the lying and stuff. But other than that, I rock with Devin Haney. Think he's a solid fighter. And I think he's a good young man. He's a good kid. So I like him. I like the fact that he is actually going up to 140 pounds and he not fighting the Rudy poop. He going straight in there off the rip and he fighting the dog. I don't give a damn what y'all say about Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis is a dog, and this is a very tough fight for Devin Haney to be taken in his first fight in a new division. So we gotta give Devin Haney props for doing this. It took a long time to announce the fight, but it's here. So it ain't no complaining from my side. And I think this is gonna be a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling Devin Haney a duck at 135 because I know, and I was saying it the whole time, that he couldn't make the weight healthy no more. So man, we're going to actually get a chance to see Regis Prograis back in the ring, who I'm a fan of Regis Prograis also, who is a dog, like I said. And we're going to get a chance to see how Devin Haney looks at 140 pounds. We know he was killing himself to make 135. When you kill yourself to make weight like that, you're not at your best. You know what I'm saying? When you're weight drained, you're not at your best. You're not as strong as you should be. And you don't have the stamina that you should have. So 140 pounds, it should help out Devin Haney. But one big concern that people got with Devin is that he really didn't have no power at 135. So if he didn't have no power at 135, what is he going to look like at 140? You know? His boxing skills is going to have to be on an A+ level at all times when he get in the ring with some of these guys that he may have to fight at 140 pounds. But Devin is saying that he is an all-time great, and Regis Prograis is going to find out come December the 9th. Now, I don't have no problem with Devin Haney saying that he's an all-time great. Actually, I feel like if you're a fighter and you walking around with a strap, you should feel that way. It's like most of these dudes in the sport today, they don't have confidence in themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're okay with being mediocre. They're okay with fighting subpar competition or getting a fluke belt by fighting a Rudy poop for a vacant title. You know what I'm saying? It's too much of that going on in boxing today. So like I said, with that being said, once again, you gotta give props to Devin Haney for facing a guy like Regis Prograis and going after a real strap at 140 pounds. He could have fought somebody easier. You know what I'm saying? He could have easily fought somebody much easier at 140. But he decided, you know, he want to go straight in the division and go straight after the smoke. Now, is Devin Haney, Bill Haney, and the whole camp, are they looking past Regis Prograis? Are they underestimating Regis Prograis off of his last performance? They could be. You know what I'm saying? They could be. Because we all know that Regis, he didn't have a very good performance his last time out. But sometimes that happens, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they give you a replacement opponent. The replacement opponent is somebody that you really don't know too much about. And he happened to be better than you thought he was. And I think that was the case what happened with Regis in his last fight with the dude Zorilla. Didn't nobody know who that dude was, but he turned out to be a pretty good fighter. Now, as far as Devin Haney believing that he's going to embarrass Regis Prograis, I don't have a problem with that neither. Because like I said, these fighters should have that confidence in themselves today. Do I think that he will embarrass Regis Prograis? No. I think that this is a very dangerous fight for Devin Haney and a fight that he could lose. It all depends on what Regis Prograis shows up and how Devin Haney looks at 140 pounds. To me, this is a true 50-50 fight. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what the fight is going to look like. We know that Regis, he's shown to have problems with boxers that show a lot of movement at times. And we know that Devin Haney, he has problems in the later rounds against pressure fighters that press him, you know, because in the later rounds, he starts to slow down. And then that's when the opponent can get in on him and make him tired and, you know, land big shots on him. So both of these fighters have things that are big attributes for them and liabilities for them in this fight. So it's a 50-50 fight, man, and I can't wait to see this fight. As far as Devin Haney saying that he's an all-time great, right? Like I said, I don't have a problem with him saying that. He put out his resume and the guys that he's fought. He named guys like Kambosos twice. He named guys like Gamboa, Jojo Diaz, and fighters like that. And of course, he named Vasyl Lomachenko, Jorge Linares, and truthfully, right, I don't want to take nothing away from Devin Haney because he's only 24, 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's 25. He's only 25 years old. So he's still very young in his career, although he's been a professional since he was like 17 years old. So he's been fighting pro for almost 10 years now. But as far as his resume, man, he got a solid resume. But those guys that he named off, I'm really not impressed with nobody that he named off. I told Bill Haney when they announced that he was fighting Linares, I said, Linares is not the same. He's washed up. Linares ain't that good no more. And Linares has shown to not be that good since then and before then, right? So yeah, it was a solid fight. I love Devin Haney's performance in that Linares fight because he put on, to me, the best performance that he's put on since I've seen him throughout his whole career. That Linares performance, man, was damn near flawless except for the little slip up that he had in the 10th round. Other than that, man, he beat the dog shit out of Linares. Great performance. Jojo Diaz was solid. He was a solid opponent. You know, solid opponent. Nothing like special that give you a ooh and ah, but Jojo Diaz was a solid opponent. You know, I believe that Jojo Diaz was probably a better win than George Kambosos. You feel me? To keep it 100, Jojo Diaz is probably better than George Kambosos. And then Gamboa, nah. I didn't give Tank credit for Gamboa, and I'm not going to give Devin Haney credit for Gamboa because Gamboa was old and washed up. Let's just keep it 100, just like Jorge Linares. But the Vasyl Lomachenko victory, to me, that is the biggest victory that Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Davis can claim because I think that, you know, neither one of them fighters have fought a Vasyl Lomachenko. Even though Lomachenko's older, he's still a hell of a fighter. And so that win that Devin Haney has, he can use that and he can say what he says off of that one win alone because to me, although it was a razor thin win, he didn't really separate himself from the competition, but I did have him winning the fight. And I think it was a hell of a win for him, you know? So like I said, man, All props to Devin Haney. Regis Prograis, hell of a fighter. It's a 50-50 fight. I can't wait to see it. I'ma support it. And like I said, man, I don't have nothing bad to say. Y'all drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Are y'all excited about this fight? Who y'all got winning this fight? Let me know. Make sure that you hit my like button. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.